It's an ugly ass chair with the fucking. Keep forgetting to turn this fucking thing around. Oh, if you want to talk.
What's up? We're the Vegas Benchwarmers. As you know, I'm Eric, he hate me 702. This is.
Oh, I thought you fucked up with it.
This is
Geremy with a G.
Ow. Don't do that no more. So, how you guys doing today? How's everything going? I gotta stop looking at the damn TV and look straight at the camera. How you guys doing today? How's everything going? Hope your week was going well. Our week went well. We watched a lot of football this week. Some really good football. Some really horrible football.
Well, the Browns game, man. That was
fucking exciting.
That was crazy. I mean, I hate the Cowboys, and I was glad to see it, but it was still surprising.
I don't hate the Cowboys. I hate their fans.
I hate the Cowboys.
I hate the Cowboy fans. So annoying. So fucking annoying. So I don't, but anyway, we're going to talk about we can get that. We're going to talk about right now, coaches getting fired. Now, we're going to have a video that comes up on this later on today, so if you guys want to see that and don't feel like sitting through the whole live stream, we'll have the video. It'll be out.
Did you grab a different pen?
Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. So look up that video. We also have our NFL predictions. We'll start it off. I went 11-4. He went 10-5. Biggest difference was I picked the Chiefs. He picked the Patriots. He just couldn't root for the Chiefs. I understand. Understandable.
I said the Chiefs were going to win.
You did. But
I chose the Patriots. So
you
technically,
did.
We tied.
Yeah. Okay. So, and anybody that cares, Seattle's moving the shit out of the storm. The Seattle Storm's moving the shit out of the Aces, 79-50. So just letting you guys know that right here. It's not really fun to watch. But fourth quarter. So back to coaches getting fired. Bill O'Brien got fired, as we know. Yeah. We know he got fired. We talk about that in our video, but we'll do a recap real quick. Basically, he just made dumbass moves, and you can't make dumbass moves and start off 0-4. You can't do that. That's an issue. You make dumbass moves, you better nail these dumbass moves.
Right.
And if you don't, if you start off 2-2, okay, big whoop. You lose the Texans, the Chiefs and the Ravens, but you beat the Steelers and the Vikings. Okay, that's kind of good. But you can't look horrible after getting away DeAndre Hopkins. And it doesn't help that motherfucker's putting up video game numbers in Arizona. So that didn't help either. But they're almost up by fucking 30.
We got the same thing.
They're almost up by 30. But how in the fuck does Adam Gase still have a job? What do you think Adam Gase has to do to get fired?
At this point, I don't know. They've already come out and said that his job is safe.
But
the Jets are what? 1-3 or
0-4? But they haven't scored enough points to even win a game, except for one game.
I don't know.
And I don't mean that joking around. They literally haven't scored more than 17 points except for one game.
God only knows what he's got to do.
So, okay, their schedule coming up. Cardinals, Chargers, Bills, Chiefs.
They're losing 3 of those.
Who do you think they're beating?
I think they'll beat the Chargers.
I don't think they're going to win a game until Miami after their bye week. They literally might be 0-10 going into the party.
Or the Patriots if Nichols not playing.
Yeah, I could see them beating the Patriots. I don't know. They
didn't do that good last year, did they?
No. Fuck no.
Were they 7-9?
No, they couldn't have been 7-9. They had to be shit.
Shit. What's shit?
Fucking what they are now? There's no way they could be 7 and 9. Let's find out. You got it? Yeah. 7 and fucking 9. Were they really 7 and 9 last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 and 9.
They were really 7 and 9 last year.
I mean, they weren't that much better than the Dolphins.
Let's see. Let's just see. So last year they gave up 40. They averaged. On the year they had 4,368 yards, and they gave up 5,100 yards.
They allowed 359 points
Yeah, to
to
276.
276.
Yeah, they. Let's see. Rushing, they had 300 and they had 12. See, rushing they 1,257 to 1,391. Passing, penalties they also led with 115 for 1,105 yards.
Wait, so the Raiders weren't the most penalized team last year?
I don't know if they were the most penalized team last year or not, but I just know that that's a lot of fucking penalties.
Yeah.
That's a lot of penalties. I mean, your quarterback threw for 3,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions.
16 interceptions.
No, just one quarterback. Sam Darnold, yeah. And then altogether, yeah, because Luke Falk threw for 3 interceptions.
Yeah, Simeon had 3 touchdowns and no interception.
No, he had 3 passes.
Well, 3 completions.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, he went 3 and 6 for 3 yards.
How the hell?
So I mean, how does he still?
I don't know. They can't get Le'Veon Bell going.
No.
So I don't know. But I've also heard Le'Veon Bell has interest in going back to the Steelers.
Maybe Annabelle has interest in getting the fuck out of New York. The fuck he has interest in getting straight out of New York. He's like, fuck New York. Fuck the Jets.
But I don't know what he's got to do. Like, they were 7 and 9 last year. Start this season 0-4. You're about to start this season 1 and 7 or 0 and 8.
Trying to find their rankings.
I don't know. He's a candidate to be gone before the end of the year.
He should be gone
With
now.
their owners, I don't know. Has he got something on the owner or something?
Look, the owner said he's an
offensive genius. I'd like to know where he's at. But I checked out my backyard last week.
Didn't find him. Yeah, he wasn't there last week. So I mean, right now.
No, he's not there now because we just came in from out there.
Holy shit.
But is he in the front maybe?
Holy shit. How many yards did they give up last year? 301?
359.
They've given up 131 yards in 4 games.
Oh, no, that's points.
Points, I mean.
I was going to say yards. They gave up a lot
They've
more
given up
yards.
131 points in 4 games. Right now, they are on pace to give up
Over 400 points. Over 500 points.
Yeah, 520.
Expected win-loss. 0-6 or 3 or 4.
Wow.
Sure.
And they've only scored 35 points.
I mean, you've got to think he's got something over the owners. He's got some kind of blackmail.
Wait, this is the worst part about that whole entire stat, okay? Hold on, just stop and listen, okay? The opponents have ran 259 plays. The Jets have ran 249. And there's a difference of 66 fucking points. 10 plays equated to 66 fucking points. That's so horrible. That's like Cowboys bad. They've actually only turned the ball over 5 times.
But you're not scoring points, so really, technically you turn it over more.
They have the 31st ranked offense with points and the 30th ranked defense for points, 31st ranked offense in yards, and the 18th ranked defense in yards. Because they've given up 1,475. They are dead last in first downs. They are last in passing, even though they're only 19th in attempts in passing yards. They're 30th in touchdowns, but they're 22nd in interceptions, so they're not turning the ball over much. 28th in rushing, 26, 29 in rushing touchdowns. They've had 32 penalties for 335 yards.
I don't know.
So, just fucking crazy. It's just crazy. My computer just glitched out right there for a second. It's just extremely crazy how he still has a job.
You would think that he's going to be let go before the end of the season.
I would think that he's going to be let go in the next couple days. Like, if I was anybody on that team, I would have fired him.
But we know it's not. They're not going to let him go in the next couple of days.
They should immediately fire him now.
They should, but their owner's under some kind of trance or on some kind of drugs. I just want whatever drugs he's on. Because that motherfucker's feeling good.
You know, he's high as a kite.
Ooh. Ooh.
How do you lose a closeout game by 31 points? How do you lose 3 games all season, 4 games all season, and lose 5 in the playoffs? How do you go 12-4 in the regular season and 3-5 in the playoffs? Could you imagine if we were playing in the first round?
Oh, man. They haven't played good in.
Since the fucking started the finals. They haven't played good since the playoffs started when they started.
Yeah. I don't know. It's embarrassing.
Holy
It's
fuck.
just like the Knights.
Holy fucking shit. Rachel Wilson's at 18 points. With 6 rebounds. Nobody else on their team has double digits. So you lose. Meanwhile, 4 players on their team have double digits. Fucking Brianna Stewart has 26 points. She just scored 20 points in 6 straight WNBA final games. That's a record.
Why are they playing so bad?
Honestly, having Hamby out really hurts us. Really hurts us. Hamby was a 6 woman off the bench that was giving you double digits. You're missing 10 to 14 points from her game and 10 to 14 rebounds. That hurts really, really bad. But really honestly, you can't say nothing. You can't do nothing. It's Brianna Stewart and Sue Bird. Like, they're just fucking, I mean, Sue Bird's not even playing good right now, but Brianna Stewart is just, and Lloyd. Oh, Jewel Lloyd, yeah. Jewel Lloyd's going off. I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah, but they basically shut down our entire team except for one person.
That's basically how most of the games have been. But I mean, if you go back to watching our games, there's a reason why Asia Wilson's the MVP. She's the leading scorer on a team that has a whole bunch of role players right now. And when they don't step up, you're fucked. You're just fucked. Like, you can't do nothing. Angel McCourty has 7 points right now. I mean, I don't fucking know. As a team, wait. That doesn't seem right. We're 21 for 60. We're shooting 35%. Oh, and we don't shoot threes. Meanwhile, we're 50% from threes. They're 7 for 24 from threes. And 36 from 60, 75. So right there, they have 15 more field goals. So right there, that's 30 points. And out of those 15 field goals, 5 more of those are 3 points. That's how you're down. Like they have 15 points to our 6 on 3 points.
So why don't they shoot 3 points?
It's just the way the team's constructed. Not every team is constructed to shoot 3 points. It's just not every player is constructed that way. Our team is designed to play inside out because we have Asia Wilson and Liz Cambridge who opted out. And we're for the season, you see what I'm saying? So we're playing inside out. So you would think there'd be a lot of threes. Kelsey Plum, us not having Kelsey Plum actually hurts us too. But I mean, it's just, we just don't shoot a lot of threes. There are some teams that are just like that. I mean, obviously it works until you run up against a team like the Seattle Storm.
Yeah.
That have 2 Hall of Famers on their team.
I don't know. It's crazy.
It works. I mean, it's nuts at times.
Had high hopes.
I did too. Neither one of ours came through. Like, I'm so sad I don't even want to do the hometown video. I'm just like, it's fucking sucks. Okay, so let's talk about some migrant stuff now. Now that we got Adam Gase. We already got the Dan Quinn and the Matt Patricia. Go see a video. It comes out on, let's say Tuesday.
Someday this week.
Oh, fucking Tuesday, maybe.
Sometime in the next 7 days.
Yeah. Tuesday. Probably Thursday. Maybe Monday. I don't fucking know. Okay, so let's go on some quick reviews of some of the games. Let's start off with the Raiders. What are your thoughts on your Raiders game?
Our defense sucks.
Okay.
Our defense, they can't fight their way out of a wet paper bag.
And that ain't hard to fight out of because you hit it.
And I mean,
and it rips.
Carr threw some shitty passes and lost the fumble.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not all on the defense, but our defense should have made some more stops. They should have played better.
So what do you think about Carr talking about he's tired of losing? You've seen that now, right? His quote? Right? All right.
I didn't look at it. After we lost, I didn't look at anything Raiders.
Problem is, every time I fucking go on Google, they're like Raiders. Well, there he goes. ESPN went there. Pull it up. Where's this quote? I'm sick of losing, Carr said. I'm sick of working as hard as I do and as we do and going out there and losing. I mean, it sucks. Enough is enough. These things are hurting us in these close games. The things that are hurting us in these close games, it's not them. It's us. That's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. So 3 of the last 4 Raiders losses came in the fourth quarter. The season has been charged to Carr. The Raiders -4 turnover differential. My being here, my 7th year, I've seen too much crap. Carr said, I've seen a whole bunch of crap. If I'm just being honest with you, it's going to take my positivity and my joy away. Absolutely not. I'm going to be me regardless. But it's okay for me to be a little hot, a little pissed sometimes. Yeah, this is one of those moments. And then he goes, "Oh, I'm not reading the whole rest of that shit out loud." It's John Gruden talking about it. But yeah, Carr is 41-57 as a starter. He entering his 55 losses were the second most by a quarterback in their first 6 years in the league, trailing over only his brother David by his 56 losses. And now he has the record. So what do you think of that comment?
I don't blame him for being pissed off. Carr's got to play better, but the defense really has to play better.
Okay.
Carr, I mean, with Ruggs out, we have nobody else to go deep.
Sure, your deep threat is gone.
So, I mean, there's not much you can do when you're supporting cast.
But you still have Jacobs, you still have Waller.
Well, I mean, we have Jacobs and Waller, yeah.
I mean,
But
and realistically, like, I get that he's a deep threat and everything, but hasn't he only played like 2 games?
yeah, he's been out the last 2.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying. With him being out,
Yeah.
there was nobody.
There's nobody to go
There's
deep.
nobody to go deep. I mean, we have Zay Jones.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's not a real deep threat.
No, he doesn't stretch the defense. He's not
No.
respected.
So like we have nobody on our team that can stretch the defense.
Yep.
Unless Waller gets open.
And he did have a long in the first game of 45 yards.
And he ran the ball for 20 yards.
Yeah. So I see what you're saying.
So I mean, Carr's not playing terrible. He needs to play better. But our defense needs to make more plays. We need to get more pressure on the quarterbacks. We need to get more sacks. We need to stop the run.
But Derek Carr never really plays terrible. Hasn't played terrible the last couple of years.
No.
Yeah.
We have this conversation a lot.
Yeah. I mean, 8 touchdowns and 0 interceptions this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's thrown for 1,000 yards, almost 1,100 basically.
So he's never played bad. He just
takes shot.
It's like I've said before. Ever since he broke his leg, he hasn't played the same.
I got you.
I think the 20 yards he ran on Sunday is the most he's run since he broke his leg.
So right now he has 33 yards, with his long being 10.
20 yards of that was Sunday.
Yeah. Last year he had 82 yards. So yeah, right now in 4 games he's already on pace since 2015 to basically break 100 yards. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
So I mean, it's just I don't know. We got to keep our team healthy.
Oh, of course. That's in this day and age with what's going on, you never know what's going on.
92-59.
That's my score.
Yeah. Oh well.
Nah, fuck.
It's just like Vegas.
Fuck this shit.
Take people's money.
Fuck this shit.
But
I'm deleting the app right now. Fuck this fucking shit. I just deleted the fucking WNBA app. Fuck this. Fuck this bullshit. Nah. You could be respectable. To lose a closeout game, but damn near 40 fucking points.
33.
Damn near 40 fucking points. Like 33 to 40, it's not that big of a difference to me. Like you still got your ass whooped. Like, look, listen. Whatever speech they gave at halftime, Bill Laimbeer, you need to be slapped in your motherfucking head. Because at halftime, the score was 34-43.
We only scored 25 points in the last.
They were down by 9. Okay? They scored 14 points after halftime in the third quarter. And were outscored by 32. How do you have 32 fucking points in the third quarter? Fuck! Like, if you'd have lost respectably, okay. I get it. Fuck, I probably shouldn't. But, like, no game was close. It fucking sucked. It fucking sucked. Like, it was fucking horrible. Shit fucking sucked.
Well, they lost 2 games by 13. And this by 33.
Look, listen. In a basketball game, 13 points it's like the fucking Cowboys. Okay, it's like that.
But you just said 7 points wasn't a lot.
No, at halftime, 7 points isn't a lot because you can come back from a halftime lead. If you lose the game by 13, I guarantee, if I remember correctly, they were getting their ass whooped this whole entire fucking game. Let's see. So first game they were down by 2 points. Second quarter they got outscored. So going into the third quarter, they were down 57-40. The game was over at halftime. Yeah, they came back, kind of made the game, but then they gave it up again. Like, I mean, see, this game. So they had a 7-point lead. They brought it down to 6. So that game was close. But you don't remember this shit. You remember 92 fucking 59. Fuck! Like, to put that in perspective, for an NFL game, that's like...
Cowboys playing the Browns.
No. That's like the 2007 Patriots when they were putting up 50 points a game playing the Lions today.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, did you cut those? Oh, he's doing something on the computer. He's having trouble seeing. Oh, I got you. So, I mean, it just.
Is mine on the right thing?
Oh, yeah. So, it's just one of those things where you're just like, oh, I see what you did. Where you just don't know. What's your.
Not what I want. I want this one.
You don't want it there. Okay. So I can understand, like, no, fuck that shit. Get your ass whooped by 40 fucking points.
It's 33.
You know what I see? It doesn't matter that it's technically 33. You know what I see? I see a 5 and a 9. Okay? And I see an ass whooping. That's what I fucking see. I don't see 59. I see fucking 5 and 92. And that's what the fuck I see. Even that is a lighter shade than that. Like, do you need to bold the fucking 92 and gray the fucking 59?
That's what happened.
You get your ass whooped. You don't fucking get it. You don't understand. Anytime do we want to relax, chill out, fuck out. Okay, so back to the Raiders. Back to the fucking Raiders.
Just need the defense to play better. Guard
Okay.
to make his passes. Because he missed some passes on Sunday that he should have made. I think he missed. I know for sure 2 of the passes were his fault. The 2 of the
He went 32 for 44. 72% completion rating. 311 yards. 2 touchdown passes. 107 quarterback rating. Just throwing that out, you know, if you have his stats. Okay. But yeah, you were saying he needed to, like, a couple passes he missed was his fault.
Yeah. 2 of the passes were definitely his fault. One of the passes was in like an inch above the receiver.
Okay.
So.
Can't say shit there. Like, that's completely.
Like, I mean, it's an inch for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Like,
bring that shit down a little bit, buddy.
But
drop it.
Carr definitely needs to play better. I think our offensive line isn't bad, but we got a rookie left tackle.
Yep.
Or guard, left guard.
You got a rookie lineman, yeah.
And then we got Sam Young, which I think is a rookie. No, maybe not. I don't think he is. But he's playing right tackle.
Okay.
So a lot of the pressures are coming from that right side.
Got you.
So, I mean, we could clean up the offensive line. The defensive line needs a lot of fucking work. I don't know what Rod Marinelli's doing.
Wow, he's your defensive line.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I haven't heard that name forever.
Yeah, we brought him over from the Cowboys.
I haven't heard Rod Marinelli's name before.
But we have Malik Collins.
I don't know who that is.
So Malik Collins was a Pro Bowl defensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, okay.
Was supposed to come in and essentially change our defensive line and make it
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he hasn't really done anything this season. I think he hasn't done bad against the run, but he hasn't gotten any pressures on the quarterback, really. Maybe 1 or 2.
I see what you're
through
saying.
4 games.
I see what you're saying.
And then, I mean, now with Damon Arnett on IR.
You fucked right there with WBC. But I mean, Abrams.
But Abrams, the bright spot in
Yeah.
the defense. I love the
So,
way
I
he
mean,
plays.
right now your offense ranks 10th in points. Your defense ranks 24th, 15th in yards, 21st in defense for offense. Yards, 15th, 21st for defense. 13th in passing yards, 20 in giving up in defensive yards. You've outpassed your opponents. And then 15th in rushing yards, which is your rush defense.
So it's like
25th, yeah.
we're not playing horrible.
No, your rush defense is really bad.
But our defense,
The line, I don't know what is going
Your
on
run
with the defensive
defense,
line.
your run defense is giving up 140, 135 yards a game.
And now Mo Hurst is on COVID-19 list.
Yeah, you're running. You have given up 8 touchdowns and 553 yards rushing. They're averaging 5 yards a carry. Yeah, your run defense is horrible. I mean, I can't talk. I have a horrible run defense too.
But I mean, and now, so it just came out today or yesterday that Mo Hurst is going on a COVID-19
I saw that.
list.
I did see that.
So that's another hit for the defensive line.
Yeah, and then, but I mean, come with your bye week coming up in 2 weeks. Hopefully, he'll be back by Tampa.
Well, he should be back.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's been reported that he's tested positive.
Yeah.
It's
He just
just
said,
he may have been
yeah,
around
yeah.
somebody who tested positive.
So
I mean, he could be back.
your second and third down conversions too. That's pretty. But you're 28th in stopping people on third down conversions.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's like our defensive line though. It's just our cornerbacks aren't playing that well right now, and Damon Arnett being put on IR, he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks because he was going to have surgery on his
Yeah,
back.
yeah. I remember. I texted you about that.
I mean, I just don't know. Do we bring back Alvin Kamara?
Who?
I mean, Alvin Kamara, Prince.
I thought you said Alvin Kamara. I was like, wait, shut the fuck front door. What the fuck are you talking about right now?
No, I'm good with Jacobs.
I'm good with this too. It's not like you're.
But I mean, do they look at I mean, I can't say look at Earl Thomas because I got Jonathan Abrams.
I can. Move one of them.
I'll take Abrams.
Move one of them. Who's your strong safety?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I only focus on Abrams because he's the one who's playing.
I got you.
Because I mean, I think you got Eric Harris as a safety.
I can just go back and figure it out. I have that roster right here.
But I don't know. Our whole defense needs to,
Your defense does, like looking at it.
especially the line. Like what pissed me off.
Jonathan Abrams playing strong safety. Eric Harris is playing free safety. Yeah, okay.
But when they let go, what is his name? DeForest Buckner?
When the
The
Niners traded him to the Colts?
no, the coach. I think what was his name? I know his last name is Buckner. He's now with Atlanta.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Brenton Buckner.
Oh, okay. You said it before.
He was whatever. But he's now in Tampa.
Oh, okay.
So he was our D line coach last year.
Okay.
And our D line didn't play horrible last year. They didn't play as bad as we're playing this year.
Got you.
So I don't know. I don't know what it is. We just gotta clean shit up. Hopefully we can clean some shit up against you guys this week, whatever week it is.
This week coming up, yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. Carr's just gotta continue getting better. He needs to make more. He needs to take off on more runs.
Okay, so you need if
When
the
he's
pack
getting
is
pressure
pressured.
in the pocket
Okay,
and whatnot.
I get you.
I think that would bring morale up instead of continually going 3 and outs or fumbling the ball or whatever.
Yeah, I know. I see what you're saying. I mean, I was looking at your sacks. 2, 2, 3, 3. I think was what he had. That's like I think 0 twice, and then 3,
Something like
Yeah.
that.
which really isn't that bad. So
Well,
for somebody
it's-
that's been sacked 57
He's
times.
had more sacks the
Yeah.
last 2 games. When Incognito went out, well, it's technically been 3 games because Incognito went out
But I mean,
like
again,
the second game.
you were playing the Bills defense yesterday with the rookie fucking guard, right?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do bad. He's good.
No.
It's just
And then the week before that, you played the Patriots defense. So I mean,
so. I mean, our offensive line isn't bad. We have a pretty good offensive line.
Mhm.
One of the highest paid offensive lines in the game right now.
got you.
But there's still areas that they need to clean up.
All right, so
I mean, we got some rookies on the line that
they have their rookie moments.
The good thing about the left guard being a rookie is he has Hudson right now.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, that gives you a little more confidence.
Yeah.
That you got a little backup in Hudson.
And there's not a lot of teams that have multiple interior defensive men for rushing and passing. So I think they did. I think you guys are still on that track where you're still going to make the playoffs. I just think you had a couple tough games. And the Patriots, the Bills, now the Chiefs.
Well, see, what I don't want to see them do is what we do every fucking year is they start losing and they start hanging their fucking heads and beating themselves up instead of fucking
Kind of like
picking their fucking heads up and saying, look, it's all good in there.
saying I'm sick of losing today.
Pretty much.
So look,
Well, I'll tell you, this is the first time Carr has come out and said anything like this.
Yeah, I know.
So he's being more, what am I looking for? Like critical.
Yeah.
In the news conferences after the games and everything. So maybe that translates to something in the games.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see. But I know Marinelli's got to get that defensive line up to par.
Yeah. I can see that.
Because if you can get the defensive line up to par and not have to worry about the line, then you can focus on the DBs and, get them up to par.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not everybody's going to get up to par at the same time. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So let's take the worst area right now and
Work on it.
you can't stop the fucking run for shit. So let's just focus on that. Like if a cornerback gets burnt on the fucking on a route, I mean, you got Abrams back there to hopefully help you and pull you out.
Yeah.
But I mean, Abrams can't be up on the line every play stopping a run.
But that's, I mean, majority of the time, he's basically a linebacker at the strong safety position. Yeah. So like that's kind of difficult. Like they're asking a lot of him, a whole lot of him.
Oh yeah. And I think he has no problem taking on that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he has a lot to prove from last year.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
one preseason game and he was out.
Mhm.
So he was out all last year. So now he's playing like I need to prove something. So and I like the way he's playing. I love him.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. We were talking about that when we went to Buffalo Wild Wings on Sunday. Yeah, he's really good. So I'm talking about my Chiefs because there's a lot of controversy going on here. It's fucking pissing me off. I'm tired of this shit. I'm loving it, but I'm tired of it. So fuck all you haters. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them.
That was a shitty call.
So there were a lot of bad calls in the Chiefs game. A lot of them. And the Chiefs got majority of them. But there were also a lot of dropped interceptions. There were 2 of them by the Pats.
Oh yeah.
And the Pats just shot themselves in the foot. Like all 3 of the interceptions were bad. And let's not forget that the interception that was in the end zone, that was a little bit of a push off by Tyrann Mathieu that ended that. All their interceptions were bad. All the interceptions were good. But the punt, how would we say this? The sack / interception / fumble / whistles blown dead / Patrick Mahomes went to the ground / no challenge / hurried up and punted it. Which, by the way, that was fucking genius, Chiefs.
Yeah, because you knew
That was genius.
if that flag would have come out,
They can't challenge that call. So I found that out afterwards. The challenge that call was unchallengeable. And this is the reason why. Because the ref came out and explained what was going through his head, right? Now, if it did not happen to Patrick Mahomes, let me just foreshadow this, I would be probably calling it the biggest bullshit call in the world. I'm still calling it a bullshit call. Okay, I'm not saying that he deserved the call. But under his guise, well, let me stop trying to use words I don't completely know how to use.
I was about to say, what's that mean?
At his point in time where he was looking at it, what he explained was there's something that we are training, they're focusing on a lot this season, where once the QB is wrapped up and he is now being controlled, right? So he was wrapped up, he was being forcibly put to the ground, his forward motion had stopped, right? And there were other guys coming into him to hurt. There's no point in him taking meaningless hits. So he blew the whistle dead, and that's why Patrick Mahomes is dead. So I get his thought process there. But look, listen. I'm happy that it happened.
If it would have been any other quarterback, they wouldn't have blown that whistle.
I'm happy that it happened. I'm 100% probably positive that's true. Unless it was Brady in the early days. We have two rules based off of Brady. You know we do. The helmet to the hand to the helmet, and the fucking broke it in the leg rule where you can't hit below the knee. Both of those are for Brady. When the Chiefs broke his leg after they went 18-1. And then no longer can you, that's why you can't lunge at him when you're on the ground or anything like that. So it was bullshit. And this is my issue. Then what happened with the Eli Manning play? The escape. You would have never seen that. Because they would have blown it dead. When Eli Manning escaped the pocket and threw it to David Tyree, one of the best.
We're talking about week 4.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, my problem with it is we have seen too many times that through history that a quarterback is supposedly wrapped up and stopped and they do something amazing. What happens like last year when fucking Deshaun Watson was spun all the way around and spun the fuck out of it and ran? Fucking Lamar Jackson. Like, that's the issue. We have seen, and the only reason why I bring that up is because that's an iconic play. We have seen too many times where a quarterback has gotten wrapped up and A, got out of it, or B, thrown out of it. And it's been completely fine. If Patrick Mahomes would have not fallen to the ground, let's say the same thing happens to Lamar Jackson, because Patrick Mahomes probably would not be doing this. But let's say the same situation happens to Lamar Jackson, but he doesn't go down and ends up falling in a way that he can keep himself up and takes off running. Like, that'd be an electric play. You see what I'm saying? That's my issue with that call. The call should have never happened. It's a bullshit call. Am I happy as a Chiefs fan that it happened? Yes. Because I didn't want to give Belichick the ball at that 30-yard line.
Well, I don't think you wouldn't have gotten the ball at that 30-yard line because the dude was never down.
So I get that.
The Patriots player who got the ball was never down and took off running.
I get what you're saying. I completely.
So they would have been a lot closer to.
Yeah, but the problem. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So either way,
either he would have been a lot closer to goal line, or he would have scored.
They would have scored it because they ruled it dead anyway. So even if they would have ruled it an interception, they would have never scored. They would have bring it back to when the foul happened. We had this happen last year against the Chiefs. It happened against the Ravens, against the Chiefs and the Patriots last year. It happened against the Ravens and the Browns. They actually made a rule that they can stop. They should not be doing that anymore. They should not blow the whistle dead until the play's done so they can review it. They made that rule last year. So, but either way, they would have scored. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm hella happy because of the fact that if we'd have gave them the ball anywhere in that position, they would have scored. And we would have been down 10-6. You see what I'm saying? So it's a bullshit call, but I'm happy that happened. The Patrick Mahomes out of bounds call.
That was the biggest flop I ever fucking seen.
He's taking soccer lessons and he's going to the
And
NBA.
his dumbass fucking fiance with her stupid shit on fucking Twitter.
I love Brittany Matthews. She's amazing. I love her.
But
She's awesome.
but the people responding to her tweet were a lot better.
Yeah.
You flopped like a fucking fish.
Of course. And this is the one thing that I wish that would happen with spouses.
He actually deserved to get hit real motherfucking hard for being that much of a dickhead. You knew you were going to go out of bounds, but you stopped inbound.
Yeah.
To taunt the defensive guy running towards you.
Not to taunt him.
No, you stopped.
No.
The only reason you stopped in fucking bounds
Can you let me?
is to taunt the defensive player coming at
It
you.
wasn't to taunt him. He was doing the same thing they do in the NBA. So what he did was the NBA will get in front of you and they make you run into the back of him. So he stopped so the guy would run into him so he could fall out of bounds. He completely flopped, but it wasn't to taunt. It was to get the contact to fall out of bounds so he could get that flag. But back to what I was saying, I think that wives need to stay off of Twitter, not in a suggestion that they need to stay off of it. I just think a lot of times they have the love and the admiration for their men and they're just going up and defending them, and sometimes they just look really dumb.
She don't know the first thing about football, other than my fiance's the fucking MVP, Super Bowl.
She knows something
champion.
about football. She's been dating Patrick Mahomes since he was in high school. She knows about football. She knows about
If
football.
she knew, she shouldn't have made a comment.
Again,
She made herself look stupid.
they're just protecting their family. That's all they're doing. They're just protecting. There was a time where Aisha Curry went out in the NBA and said,
We're not talking about the fucking.
but it's
NBA.
another wife. It's the same situation where I said the wives don't do it. So I'm bringing up another statement where there are wives that are doing the very same thing. The time where Alex Smith's wife got on and started saying something where she was in defense of his concussion hit and they were running back at him saying, no, he should have fucking slid better. Like, sometimes I just think they're so emotional at that time, they should just not do it. That's all I'm saying.
She's still stupid.
She's not dumb.
She is.
She's not.
No, she is.
She's not dumb at all.
You have your opinion, I have mine.
You're right. We agree to disagree. So we can't stop the run for shit. We can't and they ran all over us, and they should have probably beat us. Jared Stidham if Julian Edelman doesn't drop that pass right into Tyrone Matthews' hands, it's over. They should have.
That was a stupid.
They should have beat us. But the one thing that I dislike is the exposed thing now. Like, did the Patriots expose them? And the reason why I dislike that is because they expose us every year. Like, Patrick Mahomes, since he's been the quarterback of the Chiefs, he has had 2 scoreless first quarters where they did not score a touchdown. 3 of them. All 3 of them came against the Pats. Like, Belichick has figured out what to do to make him way less effective in almost every game. Now, normally in the second half, we get it going. But now we did. Like, there are certain teams that have things that you can't do. Not everybody has the McCourty brothers and Stephon Gilmore. Not everybody has a defensive-minded head coach that's been putting together defenses out of they've always paid them. Yeah. But he's always been a great defensive coach. So not everybody has that. Like Stephen A. Smith, the Raiders, they need to watch Bill Belichick. Look, if the Raiders tried to do the exact game plan that the Patriots did on defense, it would not be the same thing. They're injured on cornerbacks. Their cornerbacks are not the same, and their front line isn't the same. So don't blitz them. They're like, oh, don't blitz Patrick Mahomes because he eats the blitz alive. It's very easy not to blitz somebody when you have McCourties as your cornerback and Stephon Gilmore at your free safety. Yeah. That is very easy not to blitz somebody there. And when you can get pressure with your front 4, that is extremely easy. Not every team can do that. So it's not the exposed thing with every team is way too much in football. I think in other sports, it's a lot easier But in football, because you just don't have the same talent.
Yeah.
You might not be, and you might not run the same plays or know how to train for those plays or teach those plays the same way. Shit, there's plays that they were running that I've never seen receivers do as well and as executed I saw them do yesterday. They ran a play where a receiver was blocking a defensive lineman and giving him the pause. How many receivers do that? I saw Amari Cooper decide not to go and catch a pass because he was about to get lit up on Sunday. But these
I've
receivers,
seen that happen a lot with that dude.
these receivers are hidden linemen and linebackers. Yeah, no, it's just a different beast right there.
Yeah.
It's just a different beast. And that Cowboys game was wild.
Right. Or
That Cowboys game was so epic.
how did the Browns score that many fucking points?
So we're at the bar and we're all talking, and it's a fucking obliteration. It's 21, 41, 14.
Something, dude.
It's a fucking obliteration. And I'm just like, I have a feeling the Cowboys are going to come back. And they start to come back. I didn't think they would win, but it was so cool because nobody was paying attention to the game.
Yeah.
And then slowly you saw everybody in the bar start paying attention to the game. And by the time the Cowboys tied it up, like everybody's screaming and yelling or get within 3. And then Odell Beckham goes nuts on that run. But I thought it was fun. I thought it was a very, very good game. I think the NFL needs more games like that. I think they need more games like that. The Bucks and Chargers was a good game.
Yeah.
That was
a good game.
And look, I need to apologize to Justin Herbert. I said that he sucked and that he wasn't that good, and that people, when he was playing the Chiefs, they were overrating him because of the fact that we couldn't tackle and our defense was playing horrible at the time. That boy's something nice. that dude is something nice. What do you think? Do you think he's so nice? I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar, but as of right now, for a rookie that's been thrown into 2 games, going against, he's played very good. He's something nice. Like, he's played very good. He's not a top tier quarterback. He's not even close. Like, even his play style. But I mean, if you're starting a franchise right now and you only have a choice between 1 to 2 year players, quarterbacks, he's probably up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I think it.
Yeah. So I did make a prediction in one of the earlier videos, and I'm just letting you guys know it's never going to happen. So I'll try to find that video and leave the link to the description. I don't know, my nose is itching right now. Leave the link in the description of this video. What the fuck? Yeah, leave the link in the description of this live stream. So my nose is itching like a mother. I feel like I got to
I'm
sneeze.
trying to figure out where you're going with this.
Okay, so I made a prediction, and it was a video about QBs. What backup QB would be starting first? And we went down the list, and we said we had Kyle Allen and Dwayne Haskins, which that looks like that's going to be. Oh no, Nick Foles. Nick Foles was first backup QB. So we had. I said to start to lose. Mitchell Trubisky lost his job.
No, I don't think he was the first.
Who? Not because of an injury. Not because of an injury. Like, lost their job. The teams we had was Washington. We had the Bears, the Raiders,
Miami.
I think there was one more. Yeah. But yeah, it's. I thought about that like last week, and I forgot to mention it. Nick Foles was the first one quarterback to start out there. But I said that Derek Carr would probably lose his starting job by week 4 or 5 in that video, and then I predicted by week 8. I'm just going to chalk it up as that was horrible. That was a very bad prediction. Derek Carr is not losing his job anytime soon. Derek Carr is not losing his job until they decide to release him in the offseason if they do. That's the only way he's going to lose his job.
Yeah.
So
he's playing well. I mean, it's still too early to say, but he's playing well enough right now to where Because he.
I think it
He still has 2 years left on his contract.
Yeah.
And the next 2 years isn't gonna make.
Oh, I'm just talking about this season.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, I don't foresee him being released in the offseason unless they have a lot of confidence in Mariota.
Well, Mariota's yeah,
Wait,
but
Mariota's on a 2-year deal.
yeah, but depending on, I mean, there's gonna be some people available. There's gonna be some quarterbacks available.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, I'm just saying, there's gonna be a quarterback, and there's one in particular. And he goes by the nickname of Superman. And he's playing up there in New England right now. Staying. See that happen.
I don't think Gruden would bring in that. I don't even know what to call his fucking outfits. Have you seen that meme?
Do you know how perfect he fit in for Vegas on the strip?
Fucking God.
Do you know how perfect he fit in for Vegas on the strip?
He could be in that.
The Master Show?
That circus.
The Circle A. The Circle.
Fucking.
He fit in so perfect in Vegas, dude.
Have you seen that meme?
I've seen it, yeah, of all of it.
With his things,
Yeah.
but then it
Has the little,
says expectation, and then reality
Yeah.
has him looking like a baby.
Yeah. I love those memes.
They're funny as hell.
I love those memes. Those are some of the best memes, actually.
I don't know. I don't think he would come to Vegas.
I'm just saying I think there's going to be some quarterbacks that are going to be.
Wait, yeah, there's going to be some quarterbacks available.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, let's just say you don't make the playoffs this year, right? Just, let's say you don't, right? You don't make the playoffs. They're looking at his contract. And then there comes somebody available that they could get for cheaper. They may do that.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. But
I'm thinking about it in those type of situations.
the way I see it is he's not playing horrible.
No.
Our biggest issue is defense.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, his contract over the next 2 years isn't going to hurt us or help us in either way. So, I mean.
But I mean, if you could.
With current starting quarterback contracts.
Yeah. But if you could upgrade, especially not knowing what's going on in a pandemic season, and use that money to help fill out your defense, that's kind of. Like, I'm not saying they're going to do it.
See, here's my prediction. I
Okay.
think they're going to keep Carr for the entirety of his contract.
Okay.
And they're going to keep Mariota.
For the entirety of the contract.
Yeah.
And
Because
basically-
Mariota, I believe, was a 2-year contract.
And then just,
And then
we keep talking about this, and I keep being wrong. Let's just.
what?
Because I think you're right. I thought it was a 1-year
I think
contract,
it's
and
a
I'm
2-year
pretty. Yeah,
contract.
it's a 2-year
I can't
contract.
remember.
No, I'm pulling it up. It's 2 years because we talked about this like 7 times. Yeah, 2 years, $17.6 million fully. Yeah. Well, so the $7.5 million is the first year, which is fully guaranteed. So after next season, they could cut him. They're not going to pay him $10 million next year to be a backup.
So here's what I think is going to happen. Because I think Gruden and I think Mayock wants to keep Mariota.
Yeah.
So what I think is
Nice.
going to happen is they're going to just pay Carter. They're going to keep Carter and they're going to restructure Mariota's contract.
Yeah, Mariota will be $10 million.
Either that or they'll restructure his contract for an additional year, so make it a 3-year contract. That's a $10 million.
Yeah, he'll be.
And then just give him the guaranteed money up front of like 6.
And at 10, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because I mean, I think is it next year or the year after we could essentially release Carter with no dead cap hit.
Carr has 3 years left on his contract.
So in 2022,
Yeah, 2021 you can release him with no cap hit.
what you're counting this year? I'm not counting this year
Oh, it's 2 years
Two
after this
years.
year. Yeah.
because he's a
Yeah.
free agent in 2023.
Yeah. So, but this is the thing. Are you guys going to spend $29 million on 2 quarterbacks next year? If Carr's going to be your option?
But I think
That'd be stupid.
it's the Raiders. It's,
That was so perfect.
wait, really, if you think about it, if they restructure Mariota's contract, let's say, I don't really know how restructuring contracts work, but let's say they add another year to the contract.
So what they would have to,
and leave it at the 10 million, 10 point whatever the fuck it is.
what they'd have to, yes.
And then guarantee like 6 or 7.
So what they would have to do is they'd have to go to Mariota and say, we want to take your 1-year contract that's 10, put it into 2 million, where you have your signing bonus right up front. And so it'll be like they'll have a signing bonus on top of it. So his contract will end up not being 10 million, it's end up like 12 million, right? But that's 1 year, 5 million, 5 million. Mariota would have to weigh his options to be like, no, why would I do that? Why would I leave $5 million on the table? Why would I take a contract and leave $5 million on the table? When even if I get paid less next year, the next season, and it's not $5 million, I'll still make more. Like that would be like, that's kind of like, with the NFL restructuring contracts, a lot of times they do it more with like overpaid running backs that they fucked up on. You see what I'm saying? Like if they, like Todd Gurley. If Todd Gurley wasn't such a bad contract and wasn't so injured, let's say 3 years down the line, they restructure his contract and stretch it. But that, like, I see that would make that'd be a great point. I just don't see Mariota doing that. I think that would be great for the Raiders.
But I don't think.
I just think on the market when Andy Dalton.
I just don't think Mariota's got much interest in the market.
I don't think Mariota has much interest in the market right now because he's getting paid $9 million to be a backup.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying when it let's say next year.
Say after 2021.
I still don't think after the season he's going to have a lot of interest from other teams in the market. Because really, you got to think about it. He was benched, what, halfway into the season?
Yeah, because I know, I understand. There's not going to be
injured or whatever.
But there's not going to be a lot of market for him as a starter. But there'll be a market as a backup.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's always a market for a backup.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He won't have a market as a starter, but the biggest thing would be he would literally be losing money to take that deal. Like, even if he just took your 10-year deal, $10 million deal, and said the next year he signed for 3, it's still 13 in 2 years over 10. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you release him and go, then we'll release you, then he'll probably do that. You see what I'm saying? That's probably an issue. You'll probably have to sweeten the pot a little bit and give him, like you said, like 6 to 7 million of that guarantee.
Right.
Like you said, yeah.
Like, I mean, the more money you put up front,
so the signing bonus of like 2 million with 6 to 7 million guaranteed, that way he's 100% good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Like, I don't really understand the whole contract.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. But I think something like that, I think could possibly work.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Well, anything else?
No, I don't think so.
I think we're done. With that, y'all have a beautiful week. Catch us next week. Same time, same place.
Sure. I may be in Bullhead City this Sunday.
Oh yeah, for the Flat 707.
So they canceled the Austin. They pulled out the Austin tournament. The 707. They pulled the 707s out of the Austin tournament. And it looks like the high school 707 is going to go to Bullhead City.
Well, sounds perfect. Look for those. We'll cover that once he gets back.
I'm kind of glad because it's only an hour and a half away.
And you get to go out and do something you like Arizona.
So
yeah.
I don't have to fly anywhere.
And it's not like it's not a lot of money to drive out there. Yeah.
I can get out there and back 3 times, 4 times on a full tank.
You got a very fuel efficient car. Remember when you had your truck? Imagine that with your truck.
I would have been able to get there and back.
Yeah, but it was just so much gas.
That wouldn't have been too bad because it's only an hour and a half.
Yeah. But what do you get?
So I mean, if you think about it, the job I used to have, I used to drive it.
Yeah.
On a daily basis.
True.
And I would fill up maybe once a week.
True.
Twice a week.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So you'd be able to get there and back.
But I mean, in the truck, I would have gotten there and back, and then back like half.
Yeah, so it would have been half of what you do with the Elantra. Almost fucking.
It would have been like
with a fuel efficient car.
It'd have been like
I'm not
a
giving
quarter of like what I could do with it.
I'm not giving his cars away.
Because I could probably take the car there and back 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, easily.
So
look for those on our Instagram. Also look for the pictures from Top Tier and 707 Apex Predator Training.
They're all over the place.
And with that, y'all have a blessed, beautiful week.
Put me in, coach.
Peace.
Now you gotta keep doing that.
You know, really honestly, get a fucking wireless mouse.